In this video, I'm going to show you how you can build a $1 million app with Lovable without knowing how to code. I will show you the entire process, all the mistakes I made, all the issues I got stuck on, and how I managed to overcome them and build this amazing app. Now, what is this app? It's a smart calorie tracking app that uses AI. You upload a photo of your food, it analyzes it, and tells you exactly how many calories and macros are inside it. But the app that I will build will have a secret feature that will differentiate it from all the competition, thus making this app worth at least $1 million. And the best part, I'm going to build all of this in under 1 hour. So let's get started. We need to go to lovable.dev and type our first prompt. So I typed, create a calorie tracking app that allows the user to upload an image of their meal. It then uses AI to analyze it, and it tells the user how many calories and macros are inside that meal. This information should then be saved and displayed inside the app in a nice looking graph. The design should be clean and modern. And I will click on enter. And now Lovable has started to write all the code for our app. I will be back with you once it is done. And boom, our app is done generating. Here it is. Lovable gave me an error at first, but I just clicked on fixed error and it magically fixed it. So this is the app, guys, as you can see. Here we can upload an image of our meal. Here we have the calorie section with this nice graph, and here we have the macros. So let's upload a meal and see if it actually works. So I found this image of a healthy meal on Google. I will just download it and come back over to Lovable and upload it. And boom, look at that, guys. Our app literally just analyzed this image and gave us exactly how many calories are in the meal, how many proteins, carbs, and fats. This is simply amazing. And here we have the option to save the meal and analyze another meal. So if we click on save meal, it literally gets added into our dashboard. This is just amazing. And over here, it also gets added to the analytics section. That's also even better than I thought it would be with the first try as well. This is simply amazing. And as you can see over here, we can even delete it if we want, but I will leave it in. And at the top of the page, we have the dashboard in which we're currently on. Then we have history, which when I click it does nothing, and settings, which the same, when I click it, nothing happens. So we obviously need to fix those as well. But first, let's try to improve the app even more. Now, if you don't have any ideas of how you can improve the app, the only thing you have to do is come down here, click on chat mode, which when you enable this, Lovable won't make any changes on the actual interface. It just serves as a guide in which you can ask your questions. So for example, you could literally ask it, hey, what changes should I make to make this app even better? And simply click on enter, and Lovable will literally tell you what changes you can make to make your own app better. How amazing is that? And look at that, guys. Look at how many suggestions Lovable gave us. These are all suggestions it just gave us in literally like less than a minute. So let's read some of them. Daily nutrition goals. Add the ability for the users to set daily nutrition targets. That's very good. We can definitely do something like that. And we have historical data view, which is the history tab, which does nothing right now, so we definitely fix that. Meal categories and tags. Like, these are all good suggestions. And it also gives a suggestion about improving the UI as well, as you can see here. Like, you can literally copy and paste those and have a very good app. But we're not going to do that, obviously. We're just going to use some of the suggestions. So I really like this one, daily nutrition goals. So what I'm going to do is literally just copy this, close the chat mode, which by the way I didn't mention before, when you have chat mode enabled, it doesn't take any of your credit, so you can chat with it infinitely. So I will turn off the chat mode for now, come literally here, paste it, and click on enter. And Lovable will literally start improving our app for us. And boom, look at that, guys. Over here we have our daily target section, in which we can actually edit. So if I click on edit targets, you can see over here we can literally edit our targets. How many calories we want to eat in a day, how many protein, how many carbs, how many fats. So let's say I want to eat 2,500 calories. I can simply come over here, then 2,500, and boom, come over here, click on save. And as you can see, it literally just updated our target calories for the day. That's awesome. And now what we should do is to actually integrate an actual API key inside that app, so the meal analysis that our app does is actually legit and not some fake dummy data. So in order to do that, we need to first decide which AI model we want to use. I will personally use Gemini 2.5 because it's one of the best AI models on the planet right now, and it's actually completely free to use. So in order to create one, we need to go to aistudio.google/API keys, and it will be on this page. And what we have to do is to come over here and click on create API key. Now we simply need to come over here and select one of our Google projects. I will select this one. You can create one if you don't have any, and then you click on create API key, and boom, now we have our API key. And remember, guys, you should never share this API key with anyone. Treat it as a password. I will delete mine before uploading this video. So I will click on copy, and I will come back to Lovable and simply paste it over here. So I pasted the API key and wrote, this is my API key. Make sure you're using that while using the app. But because I don't want to waste my credit on just integrating the API key, I also wrote, also add in a calendar of the app where the user can see for each day what calories did he consume. Add in a more detailed nutrition breakdown as well. And also add in a meal planner section where the AI will be suggesting meals to the user based on his personal goals. So these are simply my suggestions of how we can improve the app even further. Some of those I got from Lovable's suggestions, and some of those I thought of myself. So I want to implement all of those, and I'll click on enter. And now Lovable is making the changes. And boom, look at that, guys. Lovable literally implemented all the changes we prompted it to make. So right now we're on the dashboard. Here we can click on calendar, and as you can see, we have a calendar in which for each day of the week we have how many calories did we consume, how many grams of protein, carbs, and fats. This is simply amazing. And to test it, let's go back here. Let's upload an image again. Let's say we upload the same healthy meal we uploaded before. And as you can see over here, we have the protein, the carbs, the fats, and the calories. I'll click on save meal. It added it on Thursday. And if we go to our calendar and we click on May 1st, we don't actually see it here, so we'll need to fix that one. But let's go over to nutrition. Over here we have a breakdown of our calories. And as you can see, down here we have even bigger breakdown. Fiber, sugar, other carbs, saturated, unsaturated. Like basically everything we need to know about our diet is here. Vitamins and minerals, sodium, potassium, like everything we will need. So this is very useful. And over here we have the meal planner section as well. And look at that, guys. This is simply like you can literally sell this, just this section alone. You can literally sell it as a separate app on its own. Like here we have maintenance, we have weight loss, we have muscle gain. And we can select what our goal is. So let's say for example I want to lose weight, and we click on generate plan. And boom, look at that. Over here we literally have a plan. Yogurt as a breakfast, grilled chicken and salad, and for dinner baked salmon with vegetables. That's very good. And over here we have the calories. Now obviously, ideally, this section should have the stats of the person. So ideally we would insert our weight, our age, our gender, and everything else. But we'll make all these changes in a bit, guys. I want to do another test and to see if this actually changes. So let's say I want to gain muscle, and I click on generate plan. Do this actually change? And yes, they do, guys. Look at this. Protein cakes with banana, and it has more calories. So it actually helps us achieve our goal, which is muscle gain. Look at that. All of these meals have more calories, which is very good. But we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of features to add to make this app as great as it should be. But first, before we even do any of those, I want to show you how you can actually store the data that we currently have on an actual backend and not just have it on Lovable. And when we close this tab, we basically lose all the data. So how we're going to do that is we're going to do that by connecting to Supabase. How can we connect to Supabase, you might ask? Well, it's very simple. We simply come over here, and there's a button over here, which is Manage Supabase. Over here, we're on the Supabase page. Here,
you need to add your account. If you don't have an account, you can simply create one. It is very easy, literally takes 30 seconds to do so. And you simply click on connect. And once you connect your account, you will see right here you have all of your Supabase project. I will create a new one just to show you how it is done. So I'll click on create a new project. So right now I'm creating a new project. I will need to name a project. So let's name it calorie tracking app. Then we need a password for our database. I will put a random password over here for this database. And over here we have a region, so we need to select our region. I'm from the European region, so I will select Central EU, and I will click on create new project. And boom, our new project is created. Now all we have to do is to go back to Lovable. And once we're back in Lovable, we're going to see over here on projects our new project, calorie tracking app. And we simply come over here and click on connect. And again we click on connect. And look at that, guys, we are connected. As you can see over here, we have successfully connected to Supabase. So now we have an actual backend for our app. But now it's time to make it even better. So we're gonna close this and we're gonna go back to Lovable. Now remember, we have 3 things to do right now. We need to fix the calendar, so the actual data is displayed over here. The nutrition section is pretty good, so we don't need to make any changes on that one. And then on the meal planner, we need to actually have a section where the person can insert their own personal stats, so the AI can give them an accurate plan for their own circumstances. So let's do that. So we'll go over here to Lovable and type. So I typed, make sure every meal I add on the dashboard also gets added on the calendar as well. So when I click on each date, I can see the actual meals I ate that day. Also, in the meal planner section, adding a box at the top where the person can insert their age, the current weight, and their gender, so the AI can actually give them a correct plan based on the current state. And now because I don't want to waste my actual tokens, I also typed, also create the actual history page and the actual settings page, so they have the necessary sections inside them as well, because now they don't. So I will simply click on enter. And now wait while Lovable makes all of these changes. And boom, Lovable just finished making all the changes. Let's check them out. So I will again upload an image of a meal. This time a different meal. We can always be eating the same meal. So I'll click on save. And if we go over to the calendar and we go on the first, look at that, guys. Look at that. This is simply amazing. We'll literally have our total calories over here, our total grams of protein, our carbs and our fats. Everything inside the calendar, exactly as we prompted. Now we'll go over to the meal planner and boom, we'll literally have this box where we can set our rates. For example, I will say 22, our kilograms, I will say 67, our height, I'll say 180 in centimeter. For everyone in the US, that's like 5'11", just so you know. Then we have a gender, I will say male. And over here, let's say we want to gain muscle. We also have the option to save profile as well. So we don't have to insert that every time, which is pretty useful. So I'll click on it, we save our profile, and I will click on generate meal plan based on your profile. And boom, we'll literally have a custom meal plan, guys. Look at this. This is simply amazing. And we did that with just a few prompts. Now this app is already good enough to be sold for a lot of money, at least in my opinion. Now let's test if the sections at the top also work. So let's go over to history, and here we can see all of our history with all of our meals. That works very well. And then we have the settings section where we have our profile, and over here we have our nutrition targets. Guys, they both work perfectly fine, exactly as we wanted. Let's go back to the dashboard. Now this app can literally be sold exactly as it is for a lot of money, guys. But as I promised at the start of the video, I have a very good idea that will differentiate this app from all of the competition. So what's that idea exactly? Well, it is basically copying celebrities' diets. So what I'm thinking is adding a section inside this app. For example, we could call it celebrities, where once you click on it, there are multiple celebrities, and each one underneath it has their own custom diet that each celebrity eats every day. And you simply have the option to click on copy diet, and the diet of a specific celebrity will be copied into your meal plan. So you will basically be able to follow the diet exactly as it is from inside the app. That will be very good for marketing this app. We could say something like, oh, you can eat like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, for example, or like John Cena. Just download this app. And I think this would bring a lot of users into our app simply because they would want to eat like their favorite celebrities. So I think this is an awesome idea. And now that you watch this video, you can literally take it and implement it into your app as well. But let's build this inside our app now. So I will come over here and type. So I wrote, I want to create a celebrity section in which there are, let's say, 12 famous people and the custom diet that they follow every day. When you go to that section, you should be able to see the celebrity's diet, and there needs to be a button which says copy diet, which when you click, that celebrity's diet is copied into your meal plan. But it is also customized for your specific situation and goals, age, gender, etc. So basically, when you copy that person's diet, the AI revisions it to make the portions accustomed to your specific goals. I think that's an amazing idea. So let's let Lovable do its magic. And boom, Lovable finished making the changes. One thing, guys, it did encounter an error, but I just clicked on fix error and it did manage to fix it pretty fast. So no big problem there. So as you can see, we have the celebrity section over here. Let's click on it. And over here, guys, we have Chris Hemsworth, Jennifer Lopez, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. We have all these celebrities. Look at this. This is amazing. Obviously, we'll need to add in an actual image of them in their actual meal plan. This is obviously dummy data, but just to show you how it works. Let's say we want to copy Chris Hemsworth diet. We simply come over here and click on copy diet. Again, we need to add in our info. Let's say we want to maintain. We click on save profile. Yeah, there might be an error actually over here. So let's ask Lovable, why did that happen? And guys, like things like that will happen. Like when you're building an app, you will learn to like issues like that. But you just need to stick to them and be able to troubleshoot them. So for example, I came up with this issue. I'll literally just ask Lovable, hey, why did that happen? It will tell me why, and then we will fix it. So you need to don't give up basically. If you don't give up, you will manage to build the app. You just need to look at the issues, see how you can fix them, prompt the AI accordingly, and it will be fixed. There might be an error with Supabase. Maybe disconnected for some reason. No, it's connected. Oh, okay. So it basically told us that happened because there's not a logged in user. So we basically need to create a login section so people can log in basically. So what I will do is simply copy this. Well, this will just give me 10 of chat mode. Go over here and say, do anything you need to fix that. Create a login section if you have to. Click on enter. And now Lovable will create a login section. Now Lovable did make the changes. So let's sign up. So for example, I will type my email here. Obviously, I will type my fake email. I don't actually own any of these, guys, just so you know. It's just like a troll email I made for purposes like this. So right now we typed our email. Alright, that's great. Let's go to celebrity diets. Again, let's go to Chris Hemsworth. We need to log in. So I'm logging in. We need to confirm our email. That's crazy. So let's confirm it, I guess. And guys, I just managed to log in. But let me show you how I actually did it because I had to troubleshoot a little bit here. So let me log out. Here's the login page. When I tried to log in, there was an error with email verification. And when I went over to my email, I couldn't really verify it. I got this email to verify. And when I clicked on confirm your mail, I got this. So I couldn't really verify it. So what I had to do was I went over to Supabase. I went over to authentication. Over here, I went in to sign in /app. I scrolled down here where you can see email. I clicked over here. And the confirm email over here was turned on. I simply turned it off and clicked on save down here. And then I simply didn't need to verify my email. So then I simply logged in normally. So let me do exactly the same and logged in successfully. So again, we'll go over to celebrity diets. Again, we'll go to Chris Hemsworth and we'll click on copy diet plan. Here we enter our details. My goal is, let's say, to gain muscle. We click on save profile. Nice, profile saved. We go over to nutrition targets. Let's say calorie target is 2,500. Save nutrition targets. Nice. So now that we save both, so go over here and click on copy diet. It's been adapted to your profile. So if we go to meal planner and look at that, guys, your personalized meal plan adapted from Chris Hemsworth diet. Now obviously, Chris Hemsworth diet has dummy data inside it, so this is dummy data inside it as well. But if we actually scrape and insert the celebrities data inside this section, then the suggestions over here will be based on the diets of the celebrities. And that, I think, is an awesome feature that I think would really help with marketing this app. We can do this in two ways. We can sit there, type a very long prompt explaining how we want the app to look like, and Lovable probably won't even get it right. Or we can use the best vibe coding hack there is, guys, which is none other than going on Google and searching for the UI of the app you want to create. Here we can see all these UIs. Once we find one UI that we like, let's say for example, I like this UI, the only thing you have to do is simply download it, come back over to Lovable, click on attach, and upload the UI, and simply type, make my app look like this UI. Make sure to don't change any of the current sections. Just implement a similar design to the one I uploaded. And guys, this is very important. Always make sure to tell the AI to don't change any of the current sections, because if you give it an image, it might change some of the already made sections that we don't want to change. We want them as they are. They're literally perfect. So we need to make sure to tell the AI to don't change any of the sections. So once we did that, we simply click on enter, and now Lovable will literally take the design of this app that we uploaded and implement it into our app. And look at that, guys. This is simply amazing. Lovable literally just implemented the design perfectly. We have the red, we have the dark interface. This looks great. And we just did it with just uploading a simple image. And we can navigate through all the sections and we can see, look, they look great. All the sections literally look very good, especially this one. Look at this. And that's how we managed to build a fully functioning calorie tracking app with unique features that is better than the competition in less than an hour, simply by vibe coding with Lovable. If you like this video, make sure to write a comment down below. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm and I would really appreciate it. Anyways, guys, hope you have a great rest of your week and I'll see you in the next video.